Ash has gone from zero to hero in Elk Grove, but his peace is short-lived when evil returns with a new target close to his heart. Tonight on Survive the Night podcast, we're talking about Ash vs. Evil Dead, Season 3.
Back to talk another episode, just about a week late here. Just so many things have been happening. It was hard to sit down and just I gotta watch a season of TV, so here we are. A little bit late, but I did watch the season of Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3.
It happened,
to which I assume you did as well?
Yes, I've finished the season.
Season 3 is an amazing case study in how to take a bunch of goodwill from amazing writing and good shit you've done before and just shit on it. Wow. What a bad season. I really didn't like this thing.
It's not good. I'm just... Why would you introduce a character who's just here to, not believe shit in season 3? What are you doing?
Yeah. So, okay. So right from the get-go, we're back into the normal times or whatever after all the shenanigans in season 2. Evil Ruby is the Ruby that exists here. And she is consistently evil this whole time. She is the main antagonist, I would say, for most of it until she does a few things. And then there's a few more or whatever. But for the most part, Ash and his crew are living now in Elk Grove, kind of doing their own thing, chilling. Ash runs the hardware store his dad used to own, his dad being dead.
Yep.
Now. And he turned it into something called Ashy Slashy or whatever. There's some good stuff still in here, and I'm definitely gonna call probably most of it out because it's memorable lights in a sea of dark. I really like his stupid commercial of him slicing at the prices or whatever.
Yeah.
Him chainsawing through the prices. Yeah, shit like that. Pretty good. Things are going well for everybody for the most part. Kelly's running a bar now, or at least a bartender at a bar. I can't remember if she actually owns it or anything. They don't really get into any of that.
I think she's just a bartender.
I think she's a bartender, yeah. What's his name has his stand? Pedro. Is it Pedro?
No.
Am I being racist? Pablo.
Pablo.
Same thing. Pablo. I mean, it's me. That's my name in Spanish.
Is that literally the joke Ash made and getting his name wrong?
Yeah. And it's even worse because that is literally my Spanish name, which I know because I grew up in a Spanish household. So it's bad. He has his stand, his fish and chips stand.
His fish and chips and electronics repair.
And electronics stand. Yeah. The Honduran food and electronic repair.
It's pretty
stand. Great. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Those are the two things you want right next to each other. You're food, cooking, and electronics.
Yeah, exactly. While you wait for your Nintendo 64 or whatever to get fixed.
Or you wait for your iPhone screen to get replaced.
Exactly. Yep. So everybody's doing pretty okay. And then we get thrown for kind of a loophole right away. The first antagonistic thing, if you want to call it that, is that we get some new characters, one of which her name is Candice. Candice Bar, Candy Bar. And she apparently is the mother to Ash's daughter because they had a fling or something years ago. So it's so unimportant. She's so unimportant that Ash doesn't actually even remember her for a while when she confronts him. But this leads to the big addition to the cast, which is Ash's daughter that nobody knew about named Brandy. And right from the get-go, we kind of left off, and I remember specifically last episode saying how it's kind of cool that he was able to be vindicated in front of his town. It's like, he's not just ashy slashy. There are demons here. They've seen it. He's the hero here. They made a statue with him or whatever. Yeah. But yet, this little bitch doesn't believe him for some reason, and it doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, a lot of other characters also don't believe him as the series goes on. It's just, it feels like season 2 didn't happen.
Right, and that sucks because season 2 is very good.
Yes.
It is so what I wanted.
Yeah.
So this is very much not what I wanted.
Instead we have, because instead we have characters not believing shit, characters doing really stupid shit.
Yeah. Poorly written.
Yeah, just not
super poorly written.
This is like, we're out of ideas territory. It felt like
already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So the big thing going on here is that the Deadites are back because they are being summoned by Ruby. Well, she is trying to basically create a new Ash. Ash is the prophesized hero, but she is trying to get out her, like, I don't know, treacherous girlfriend who's locked away, named Kaya, and also making a offspring replacement of Ash or whatever to be the new prophesized one. It's super convoluted for no reason. There's too many strings going on that they're playing with for, like, the motivations and of stuff, and it's messy. Like, the whole thing is super messy, and I don't understand why, if their writing is gonna be so much worse, they took on so many more, like, threads in the plot line to worry about. Just make it about her, like, summoning evil again and having to be stopped. Why do you have to throw in this other this, like, traitor or whatever to the dark ones? Why do you have to throw in the new child? Like,
radical idea. Why not for your TV show? You have the characters we like interact with each other.
Yeah, and that's also a big problem, is that for most of this thing, the cast has gotten a little too big for, like, with the daughter here, and for a while her mother, for a little bit anyways, and some other people here and there. The cast got too big, I guess, for them to be doing just one thing and interacting and bantering with each other, but that's what I want. So what they do is they split up, and most of this whole season is them not together.
They split up. They keep splitting up. You'll, like, get everyone together, and then it's like, well, all three of us need to go in 3 separate places, because that's not a terrible idea.
It's so dumb. And then it ends off on the dumbest thing ever. The ending's the only thing that's kind of like, okay, this is such a train wreck right now that I'm kind of glad at least something's happening that's dumb. We'll get to that stuff, because that has nothing to do with the season.
Yeah, no, but it also is the kind of, because it's such a season with no ideas. I'm like, why wasn't that, like, episode 1? And then we go from there.
Yeah.
Like, why did the rest of this season exist?
Totally. Yeah, for sure.
So I can make the plot funny to myself conceptually in one way. Yeah. Which is that it's funny to me that after we've done Ball, we now have reverse of the Ball spawn. It's all about the Ash spawn. Because it's all about Ash having spread his seed around. They don't go that far with it, but that at least I find a funny conceptual joke that I don't even know is intentional, but that's about it.
So I don't necessarily disagree with you, but if we're writers here, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we lean into this? Why isn't the whole season about him finding out he has a daughter, her trying to make copy of him or whatever, and, like, maybe she even does in the first one still, or 2 episodes in or whatever, and then the rest is about how there's this weird like odd couple thing of Ash leaves a place and then comes back in and murders everybody as the fake Ash, and he loses all of his credibility that he gained or something. Like,
I mean,
why don't they play with any of that?
It's the kind of thing where like literally anything would be better than what they do, because just like constantly have like doing these setups where Brandy doesn't believe him. They're bad.
So
every fucking time it sucks. It's never good. And it really does that character a disservice, and it makes her like not exist because she doesn't have any like thing that defines her. She's just here to like not believe other people.
Sure, right. It's super annoying. It's almost like they looked at the rule book and they're like, we need somebody to not believe things, and that needs to be brought over to like our side. So let's just throw that in. You don't need that shit. Everybody knows demons in this town at least exist or have existed.
Yeah.
Like, let me read you the synopsis for the first episode. Ash has gone from 0 to hero in Elk Grove. It literally says in the synopsis that he is a hero here, and yet there's a good bunch of people that I guess just say fake news. Well, unfortunately, that's maybe too real. Okay, you know what? I take it back. There probably are people that don't believe him, because I've met morons in real life too. But the fact that like the daughter takes, I think it's 5 or 6 episodes to come around in general, and then when she does, she's fine. She has the problem that any new cast member in anything has, where the other 3 have such a tight bond and chemistry together that she feels like the odd one out and kind of sucks in comparison. But she's like okay. Yeah. At that point.
But there are like plenty of other problems in the writing at that point still, and you're so burned out by the first half of the season that it's like kind of too late. Yeah. And they don't start doing anything that interesting either.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. It's so boring in the first 2 episodes. I actually kept falling asleep because nothing was happening. Like very little happens. The things that I remember, I mean, the big one in the first few episodes is that Ruby gives birth while she's driving, and by birth I mean her baby explodes out of her torso, and while she's driving, she almost hits 2 people or whatever.
Yeah,
like that is some fucked up like gore porn body horror shit that I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, you got me. This is cool, and then nothing happens with her specifically for the rest of the series until the end.
The baby's really bad. The baby is bad.
The baby is super bad. Yeah.
When it's a CGI baby with a big face, it's bad. When it's an actual baby with some smudge put on around his mouth, it's also bad. It's just bad.
Yeah. Actually, that's another major issue with this whole season. All of the Deadites demon stuff is bad. Like, it's at best mediocre or normal fare that we've seen. It doesn't do anything spectacular the whole time, and at very worst it's laughably unwatchably terrible, like the type of shit you would do in a CG class in college. Specifically, Brandy's phone attacking her is the worst thing I've seen in cinema history. Maybe that design is fucking terrible in a way that isn't even fun to me.
Yeah, cool, because it's a bad CGI little gremlin. It's like,
it's bad. Yeah,
it's like this could be really in a car commercial or whatever. Like this should be in Ash's fucking bad hardware store ads.
Totally. Yeah.
It is funny. She gets got basically by like the same principles as like, you know, bad ads. Just trying to get you to click on them.
Totally. Yeah.
She goes to get the X and oh no, it gets her. It was a fake X.
That whole scene is like, it's punctuated by bad CG and a shitty demon monster attacking her phone. But like, even that scene did some cool stuff that I feel was lessened because of the thing attacking her. Like, her kind of losing her mind and in her being toyed with and showing her chopping off her hand. It's like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. The demons are playing with her right now. Her thumb being bit off is kind of cool. Her losing her shit and using the like mulcher or whatever to destroy it is pretty cool. But like the thing I bring up is that thing looked terrible and was stupid and I hated it. So like that whole scene feels a little bit ruined.
And like,
of it.
yeah, and there's just a thing where there's just an idea there that they did not put enough time into to actually develop, of her like having some of Ash's characteristics.
Yeah.
But like they'd have like a father like daughter like line at the end, near the end of the season or something, but they don't put they don't earn it at all. They just never put enough time into it.
Yeah, I think it's literally Kelly saying, "Yep, there's two of them," and it's
like what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, there's two of them, I guess, by blood because we've been told so.
Yeah,
but like they don't act similar at all.
No.
So, yeah, super lazy.
Like, and also the big plan for that Ruby has this season is. Yeah. An evil Ash, which we've seen a million times. It's like the most normal, like, stock Evil Dead plot at this point. Are you fucking kidding me that this is the big idea?
Yeah,
this should be this can be a throwaway. This is a throwaway in like one episode or something for fun as a little nod or whatever. And we've done that like every season. Are you kidding me that this is the big idea? Oh.
The one thing I will say that I liked is that when he is made or whatever, he's born with a deformed chainsaw-like hand stub thing.
Yes.
And I was like, that's so stupid. Like it's in Ash's DNA to have like that shape in that on that hand or whatever.
Well, because it's not for like from his DNA. It's like from the drawing in the Necronomicon.
Yeah,
it's like what Ruby
it's
eats.
So stupid. I thought that gag was pretty funny because then it just leads to the inevitable chopping off of the hand.
Yeah, it's funny that they didn't have to cut off his chainsaw hand so he could look like Ash to pretend to be him. But then he's just evil Ash and has no defining characteristics separate from it at all.
Yeah,
and all like whatever idea was there from the baby stuff is like completely gone. Like it's just evil Ash.
Yeah. And it's boring.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. It's more boring Ash.
It's a way less interesting evil Ash than when they made Ash evil last season. That was way fucking scarier and cooler.
Yeah, that was way better. Like, just some weird unstoppable force or something. And in this, he's just... What if Ash just killed kids instead of deadites?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, it's so stupid. It's so poorly done. I want to just quickly say, though, also, when she's being fucked with in the shed, there's that... And when she's being fucked with and she has to cut off her hand, she looks up and there's the, like, drawing of the chainsaw. It's just funny.
Yeah.
They brought that back
The
again.
drawing of the chainsaw's there. She can't find it. And then she has to use a fucking bandsaw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Strap a bandsaw to your arm.
I found that part kind of funny. Like, just straight up, this season is fucking terrible, but some of the best stuff is in the last 2 episodes. So
yeah, that's true. We haven't mentioned it. Linda B just gone. No.
Yeah, Linda's gone.
No, I've never mentioned. That's another thing of why it feels like season 2 just didn't happen. In terms of like the character's just gone. I guess the actress just didn't want to do it again or whatever.
Yeah, this did come out years after, I believe. This is 2018, so there's been a few years in between them.
Gotcha.
Maybe she wasn't available anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she might have just had other work.
Oh God, I hope it's that she wasn't available and that like she didn't die or something. That'd be terrible.
Well,
I didn't look into the reason.
I think she was on Picard. Maybe that filmed similar around the first season of Picard. Maybe that was around this when this filmed or something. I don't know.
Okay, that makes some sense. Yeah,
I think that's where I recognized her from.
Sure. Yeah, so she's just completely gone. I do like their he gives his daughter Brandy the necklace that we've been making fun of forever because that's back. He's been holding on to it, and the fact that he says that he gave it or it was a present for like Linda 1 or something. I just find that funny.
He's been holding on to it the whole time.
Oh no, his first Linda, I think he says. It's good. Is because there's been I mean, I don't need to explain this to you, but anybody listening, just so they maybe forget, it's different Lindas and like everything in each one.
I honestly wish they did more with that joke.
Totally, yeah. It seems like a missed mine, a missed node. They could have struck a few more times.
Particularly just because, like, you know, when you're setting up a thing of like how many women has he potentially impregnated and or whatever, that they just don't do. They like bring up the idea of it and they don't do anything with it because that would require doing something, I guess.
Sure.
And the season is just about being lazy. Oh, I'm so mad.
Yeah, I'm pretty mad about this season. I don't like that they introduced the upside down either. I don't like the idea that souls that are like killed by deadites or whatever still exist in some limbo space. Like, I don't like that limbo space idea.
Yeah, no, it's
just in general.
It's not interesting.
It ruins some of the like mystique and maybe like terror of being a deadite or whatever. And it's not so much that they're being possessed necessarily as that they're like the demons are using them like a shell or something now because they still exist somewhere before they're taken by some smoke monster or something. That whole thing I thought was just bad.
It's bad.
I don't know.
I actually think if you wanted to do something like that, though, I would be okay with like a special realm you get sent to if you specifically get killed with the Kandarian dagger. And that like demons go there too, and they also get fucked up by whatever fucking thing is there. Like that it's a bad place for them to be too. That would be fine.
That's what I thought it was, but it isn't.
Yeah, no, it's just like literally so many people are there. But that's what I thought it was at first.
Me too. Yep. Yeah, it was more the fact. So when like they were talking about it, everybody they mentioned that might be there was killed by the Kandarian dagger.
Yeah.
And then they had other kids running around because they needed fodder to be taken by the smoke monster or whatever. And those kids were killed by a chainsaw by Evil Ash. So they ruined the one thing about it that I was like, yeah, okay, that's kind of neat. But nah, I don't like it. Don't like it.
It's bad.
It's bad. I'm going to be more positive for a second.
Sure.
I really like the stuff they did with Pablo. Again, Pablo is such a good character that they like use. I like that the book stuff came back and then he kind of fought it off and like became El Brujo Especial.
Yes.
the specialist, basically.
It was a good idea.
Yeah,
I think in a better season you could have even done that in less time, but
sure, yeah. I liked it. So this is a good thing. This is a shit sandwich because that's a thing I like, and I'm about to say the thing that it ruins is that because they gave Pablo some decent attention, I feel like they fucked Kelly again.
Totally,
she gets nothing.
She gets possessed. But that's her body.
But that's
possessed.
Not technically Kelly.
Yeah, and she's being dubbed over by a different actress a lot of the time.
Oh my god.
No, yeah, I said Kelly should get a thing because Kelly should have gotten a thing this season. Like that they didn't give her more stuff. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And the fact, like, when she goes to fight Ruby by herself, I was so mad. It's so fucking stupid and pointless, but they're just like, we just need to get Kelly by herself so that we can put this other person in her body. Ugh.
Yeah. She got snubbed. And the reason why, just straight up, they had another young female actress, and they needed to give her some personality that they introduced here. So they needed to do something with the other one. Like, that's straight up it. They couldn't have two women on screen probably at the same time necessarily. Like, they had to spend more time on Brandy because she's new and she's going to be part of this crew, like, theoretically going forward if they did. And I think Kelly just got snubbed. She just got pushed to the side because of it, and that sucks, because I like Kelly. I spent time with Kelly. She deserved her moment. I don't give a fuck about Brandy. And this season ends in a way that, like, they really want you to have cared about Brandy this season.
Yeah.
And it's unreasonable.
It's unreasonable. They want you to care, but all she did you spent half the season with her just being annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, and she was starting to get good. If you gave me another season and, like, it was well written and they spent time with her, I'm super in. Yeah. Tell me more about Kelly or whatever, or Brandy. Kelly got fucked.
But I already know Kelly's just out here to fucking murder fucking evil, and I'm about it.
Yeah.
And why fucking not letting her do that? Why is she being a fucking idiot?
It's why Captain Marvel has to go fly around the universe. Yeah. Kelly is too powerful to be on screen because she is the only one willing to shoot first and ask questions later, and that breaks a lot of plot devices for your characters.
Although I think the splitting up time that pisses me off the most is when Ash, Pablo, and both go off into separate places and leave Brandy at home alone.
That's so dumb. It was with a shotgun.
It's like it's just the dumbest thing. She's not fucking safe there. What are you fucking talking about? You're only safe when you're like literally next to a plot character who knows how to fight. And even then, you're not that safe.
Yeah.
But that's your only hope. God.
Yeah. Man. Also, Ruby sucks in this. I love Lucy Lawless. She doesn't get enough time to do anything special, and the things she does suck in this.
No, they completely took away everything that was interesting about Ruby.
Yeah, totally.
Like, there's no mystery to her. There isn't, like, they've just undone all the character development the character had.
Yep.
She's just back on, like, caring about this kid who's just an evil Ash. Like, it's a bad plan. We know it's gonna fail. Yep. Like, it's not interesting.
No, it's so fucking stupid. Okay. They added the way that they added in the group of knights essentially or whatever in this, I thought was kind of funny. But so I can't remember his name, but the one dude that is with Kelly at first, you think that for like a bit that, oh, it's her boy toy or something, right? Then you find out that he's just like part of like an ancient sect or whatever, trying to fight evil or whatever, and waiting for the prophesized one to come back, and he turns into like this weird like knight or whatever when he's talking to Ash. Like, I thought that was pretty good, but again, they throw him away too. Like,
he just really gets immediately murdered.
Which is also great though. Like, he had like the perfect amount of, okay, I kind of like this. Oh, he's gone. Like,
I was actually kind of mad when they brought him back. It's like, oh, but the one thing was that it was really funny when you unceremoniously killed this guy, when you made it look like maybe this guy's gonna matter. I didn't want him to matter. It was like, whoa, who's this new character? I just want my crew back.
Yeah.
And then he died. I was like, yes.
It's just funny that they introduced this like group of people that they don't use like at all in this.
No.
Except that one lady becomes part of the Necronomicon, I guess.
Yeah, part of her back gets used as a page for the Necronomicon. They're just like, they're so... It's like, yep, you guys are fucking idiots. Okay. It's like, I'm going to go scout. Speedy gets turned into a demon. It's like, sure, you guys suck, you're idiots, but at least you died quickly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you could have been literally anybody. Could have been literally anyone.
They didn't bring back Force Ghosts, really.
No.
That was just a gag.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of did in the fact that he remembers that Professor Nobi spoke to them in the cabin and helped so there must be like a different like holding place for souls or something.
Well, it's like he like hangs out with his dad for a while. His dad's
at the beginning.
Yeah,
that's true. They didn't do enough with that for me either. Like, I thought that was kind of a funny idea that maybe they could have leaned into. Because I don't want realism. Evil Dead realism has been gone since Evil Dead 2. Like, that shit is ridiculous.
It's just, honestly, it reminds me of, like, it's just like, this was a funnier joke when Brock never got to explain himself. Like, actually spending the time to like have him explain what he meant, it's like, that's bad. This is like it's like how Rick and Morty made the joke about how if you ever explained Rick's origin, it would be jumping the shark, and then that show has lasted long enough that they've fucking done that. They did that episode. It's like, but I guess you have to, but you as creators know it's worse this way. Why are you doing this? You don't have to do it.
Probably pressure.
It's just,
I would assume.
Well, it's just you don't have any good ideas, so you do all the bad ones. All the obvious bad ones.
Yeah.
You don't have any new creative things that you could do instead. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it must be. Ugh. Okay. We need to talk about this ending.
Hell yeah. Fucking Violator is out here being a kaiju.
Yeah. So it's time to test the metal of man. Also, I guess Ruby and Kaya just get absolutely fucking obliterated because the Dark Ones entered the world. No biggie. No, but the show doesn't give a shit, and frankly, neither do I at this point.
The Dark Ones aren't even characters. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're dudes and they're things in hoods, and they just like the way they kill Ruby is pretty satisfying, I guess. They just like suck her soul out. They Shang Tsung her essentially, and then throw her lifeless rag of a corpse on the floor. But most importantly, time to test the metal of man, which means a Violator comes up, and I thought the exact same thing. It's like, holy shit, this is fun now. It's Kandar, apparently.
Yeah. The demon Kandar. Just a big demon.
Kandar.
Also just feels like Stranger Things season 2.
Yeah. So he's up and running and just destroying shit in the Elk Grove area, but the whole world has been overtaken by deadites and demons and evil and stuff. Like, it's a worldwide event that's happening. Did they explain what they mean by, like, it's making him stronger? Is it just when people are, like, hating him or trying to kill him, he gets stronger? Like, why did that line come from Pablo's?
No, literally, I mean, as far as I could tell, we literally see Jets shoot at it, and it doesn't really work. And Pablo goes, it's just making him stronger.
Yeah, he doesn't grow or anything, right?
No.
Did I miss him?
No.
Did he start glowing or something?
Maybe.
Yeah, okay.
That line was as inexplicable to me.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. I was wondering if maybe you caught something I didn't,
Nope.
but apparently that's making him stronger, which is important because at some point they decide they're going to nuke it, and that's going to be like the world-ending event, and that thing's going to be super strong now, and I don't understand why, but apparently it's going to be because Pablo said it. And Pablo's kind of the only real, like, looking glass into the veil in this show that can give us exposition, which is why he exists, which is a good and bad thing, I guess. It's when you rely on it like this season does, it's a bad thing. When it's there for flavor, it's a good thing, like the other seasons.
Like, he becomes El Brujo Especial, and like really what it means is he can hold a door open until that door is just
between worlds.
Yeah.
Until that door's just open, and then he's used. Well, he's not useless. He can read like the Sumerian text now too, or at least a little bit. You can like call him through the Necronomicon. Yep. That part was kind of okay. I just really like that he grabbed the book and started yelling Pablo into it. It's like, this is great. This is ridiculous.
And then suddenly Pablo can't see. I like the cost of it, that like when Pablo's seeing through the eyes of the Necronomicon, he can't see through his eyes. So someone else has to fucking take the wheel because he's driving.
Again, just Pablo gets like some real good shit in here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they cared about Pablo. They didn't care about Kelly.
True.
So Violators walking around and they're evacuating the city because they're going to nuke it and it's a big war zone and blah, blah, blah. And Ash is going to stay back and fight this thing.
Violators here living in the skybox. Very scary in the skybox. Very scary skybox.
It's so if this whole part, instead of like kind of a bad CG, was miniatures and claymation, I think I would have been super down.
Or a dude in a suit. I would have fucking loved it. If it were a dude in a suit, I would have lost my mind. Just shot to look big, I would have been so happy. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Fair. Sure.
But yeah, like any other special effect that wasn't CG, if it had been some kind of practical effect, I would have been fucking much more into it.
I'd be down. Totally. Yep. And Ash kind of says his goodbyes. He gets everybody to the chopper, as it were, and closes the door and says, like, I've been running my whole life, or my dad said I always ran from my problems. I'm not running away from this one. It's like, this is probably the one you should just right away. Whatever. So he gets into a tank, and like I was thinking too, could you just shoot the Kandarian dagger? And sure enough, that's what he does. He just tapes it to a fucking shell, a tank shell, and shoots the fucker.
It's pretty good.
It's good. I thought that was really good, especially the way it kind of like when it doesn't work at first because nothing does, and he doesn't know how to drive a tank. Also, that's important. It's like, oh yeah, he doesn't know how to drive a tank, so this is like really fucking foobarred right from the get-go. Just running over stuff, including Pablo's thing or whatever, his stand.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the last moment, just like him shooting through it, I thought that was actually pretty cool. Him taking that thing out.
It's like picked up the tank. And he just like finally gets it to fire point blank range.
Yeah,
and goes,
I thought that was pretty cool.
It goes through his like low hanging Violator mouth and his chest. It's pretty good.
Yeah, just like a downward trajectory from the mouth down into through its chest or whatever is super cool. And then it all goes to black because he drops the tank because he's dying, and then he falls on the tank. And that's kind of, it fades to black essentially, or it just lights out. At some point we get back and, well, I guess Ash is like groggily drug away and put into a casket or something. And I totally thought, oh, they buried him alive. This is going to be kind of like a funny, weird ending, maybe leading into some like ideas for season 4 or something that they had. But like, nope. Ash wakes up. He has a weird Tron suit on. The thing he was put into was, I guess, like a healing station of some sort, like a medical device.
Yeah, when he's getting buried, you see a ring that says KOS for Knights of Sumeria on it.
Yeah, right. So he's the group that was introduced. I guess I didn't say their name earlier, but Knights of Sumeria is the dude
that Dalton
I was talking about.
Dalton was a part of.
And the other character that gets her back cut up or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember her name because she was just part of that group.
Yeah. I want to say Chloe. Something like that. I don't know. It was something Oe. Maybe Zoe. Maybe Zoe. That sounds better than Chloe. It's one of those. Anyways.
Zoe.
Yeah, so.
Zoe is correct.
It is Zoe. Okay, Zoe. Yeah, I thought Chloe at first, but Zoe sounds more right. So Zoe. He wakes up and he's in a weird, like futuristic looking suit and kind of a hermetically sealed room. Gets visited by a low cut top cyborg woman thing, and that calls in the prophesized one is awake or some shit like that, and says, "Follow me." Leads him to see the outside, and I got really big Army of Darkness vibes of like he slept too long and the world is over sort of thing.
That's the one thing I knew about the end of the season, was that there was a reference to that.
Okay, yeah. So everything's over or whatever, except they still have Deadites. Gotta fight the Deadites or whatever. So he gets a car, a Mad Max style, just souped up car with guns all over it that he jumps into. And then she goes into like the crow's nest machine gun that is built in or whatever. And asks, "How do you feel?" And I was like, "Oh, he's gonna say groovy." And sure enough, groovy. Cut to credits. This ending, I wonder if they knew that they weren't coming back, because this ending leads up to something bigger than I think they could have ever hoped to accomplish in another season.
Yeah,
it had to have been kind of like a joke ending of some sort, right?
Probably. I feel like it feels like it, because like it's the kind of I don't know. It's like the kind of ending that's like, well, you gotta see what happens next, so they gotta bring us back or whatever.
Like trying the Hail Mary pass or whatever.
Yeah.
It didn't work. This thing didn't come back.
No.
I don't know what you would even do in that world. Like, first of all, we don't know how much time has elapsed. We're assuming decades or generations, but it could be like a year or something. We have no idea, because we don't know anything about the Knights of Sumar and like what they have access to. They might be technologically advanced for all we know. So we don't. The big thing is that if they made another season with the way this ended, and you don't have Kelly and Pablo, I don't care anyway.
Sure.
At this point, like, Ash was already a fish out of water, being a like 50 or 60-year-old that acts like an 18-year-old in 20 like X-teen or whatever it is. I guess 2016 to 2018. So I don't want to see him in like 3329 acting that way with a bunch of robots or something. Like, I don't know. It just sounds like the thing I don't want. I don't want to go into weird Mad Max territory with Evil Dead stuff.
Sure. I think the way you would do it is you open in that world, and then like you get to the Necronomicon, and then it becomes like a, time hopping adventure or something. And like,
I guess, right?
And like Pablo and Kelly are like trying to figure out where he is or whatever. Something.
Yeah, I guess so. I think you probably do something similar. Sure. I don't know. I thought that ending was funny in the way that like somebody telling you a weird, nonsensical, absurdist joke is funny, but not in the way that like I want to see what happens next from a fan of the Evil Dead stuff.
No. Even when like when I knew when they went back to that, and it was like, oh, that seems like a fine way for like, because like the joke of Evil Dead, it's never gonna end. It's never gonna end unless you're like killing Ash. So Ash is just gonna find himself in one ridiculous situation after another. So you might as well end a season with, this is the ridiculous situation Ash finds himself in now. That's a fine way to go out on.
Yeah, sure. For sure. Yeah, I don't know. Man, this season is disappointing in a way that it's hard to it's hard to say why, because it's still competently shot. It's like okay to watch. Like I didn't feel like it was hard to watch or whatever. It's an okay product, but when you care about the characters, the source material, and they kind of just, it seems like the showrunners didn't or something, it sucks. Yeah. Like it just feels bad.
Yep.
Ugh. even Ash isn't fully Ash in this. Like, everything feels super toned. This feels more like
because there's so much of him
thing.
like being trying to be a dad and like ultimately trying to be a good dad. It's like, okay, yep, that's what we needed.
Yeah, it sucks. Like, it would have been
like
the dad stuff would have been funnier if he was still Ash during them.
Like, he's not a character built for character growth. I'm sorry.
No, he isn't. For sure. I agree. Well, a little bit of character growth, but like not.
Yeah.
First of all, not in one season. Yeah. Because the character growth he has had is how close and like how much he respects Kelly, even though she's like a girl or whatever. And like Pablo, even though he's kind of a minority or something like that. Ash has never been racist necessarily, but like he's been the fact that like after 3 seasons he's better about that stuff and he considers Kelly family and stuff, that makes total sense. Like they are definitely family at this point.
No, you're right. Character growth, but like through relationships with characters that we've built up relationships to. That's fine.
Yeah, she came out of nowhere and she hates him for most of this, and he is trying super hard, and I don't get it because the Ash I know wouldn't have tried that hard for some random fake daughter. Like, not fake, but he didn't know her, so he wouldn't go this far out or whatever. In fact, the Ash that I think we have here or had here was the type that doesn't want to get close to people, which it was kind of part of like season 1 or whatever, because they end up dying. Like it turns bad. So he would probably try to send her away and not try to win her favor or something. But I guess there's part of the guilt that like she saw her mom die or whatever. I don't know, trauma bonds going on and stuff.
I don't know. I feel like Ash is beyond guilt over that stuff.
Yeah. He didn't even remember the mom.
No.
Candy. Like at all.
Well, he remembered her eventually.
I mean, in the way that you remember like a decent meal you had at a restaurant 10 years ago sort of thing. Like, yeah. It's just gross. But like that's the perfect Ash thing. Is like, oh yeah, I remember she like gave anal or something, like something dumb, right?
Yes.
But caring about the daughter after that is nothing led up to the point where I think he would do that in this series. So I don't know.
It was like, and that character was pure antagonism on the audience and the other characters
for so long. Yeah, it sucks. And then because you introduce her,
and it's because like your villain is Ruby, who's like also like just a retread at this point. It's like, like there isn't like a mystery about is Ruby okay? No, we know Ruby's fucking evil. This isn't fucking she's a fucking idiot. We as the audience know she's just being dumb. Or, totally. She's being reasonable within her knowledge sense, but, as a character on a television show, she's being fucking stupid, given the information the audience knows, and that's what I care about.
For sure. Yep, definitely agree.
But really, the big thing is, like, I just wanted Ash, Pablo, and Kelly together more. And they're like never together this season. And that's like that's like the number one, like, oh, you just fucked up your season of television or whatever. Like, that's the thing that matters. Is like the characters that I like should interact. Everything else should come out of that. That's your core. What are you fucking doing if you're just splitting them up all the time? That's like TV fuck up 101.
Totally. Yep. It's such a bummer. It's such a bummer. This series was, I would go so far to say, as season 1 and 2 together, some of my favorite TV series I've ever seen. I really like that shit a lot.
Season 2 was a lot of fun. Just an excellent season of television. It was just
season 2 was amazing.
It was just great the whole way. Season 1,
season
season one was clearly like them
Set up.
Set up and cobbling together ideas that had been from a movie into this season.
Yeah.
Like there was some stitching showing there. Season 2 was just excellent.
Season 2 is one of those seasons that I had to work the next day, but I had to watch the next episode. Like for 7 or 8 of those episodes, I couldn't stop. I had to see all. That's the easiest binge I've had of TV in years. I don't remember the last time I binged like a season of something in a day.
Nice.
Like that. Yeah, it's so good. And this follow-up, holy shit. Like,
it's disappointing.
It's not even,
although
it's disappointing. Yeah.
Here's my other zinger. The fact that the characters kept getting split up and they weren't together. It's another way this season is like Stranger Things.
Yeah, Stranger Things has a problem where it's more characters though. So like when they do it, you really feel it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's the same problem for sure. Man. Okay. I do have a few like questions for you.
Sure.
One, if they brought this back, season 4, are you excited? 2023, season 4 coming out. What do we think?
I mean, Kelly and Pablo have to be in it.
Okay, but they're played by different people.
Then no. Well,
yeah, that would be terrible.
No. I mean, they've said they're not going to make more.
Yeah.
Like Bruce Campbell has said he's not going to do it.
Yeah, if he says he's not going to do it, it's done for sure.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Now they made started a Evil Dead TV series that's a spinoff of the 2013 movie. Now I'm all in.
Just like a horror anthology of shit that goes on at that cabin or something.
Whatever it is, I'm in. Maybe it'll be bad, but I have to see it.
Sure, yeah. Do you recommend this series? All of it, like warts and all.
Yes, because season 2 is that good.
Yeah, I think season 2 still shines brighter than this one. I don't think this is a terrible season of just like television in general. It's watchable and like it's fine. It's just such a letdown from how good season 2 was. Frankly, I don't know that anything would have lived up necessarily.
Yeah.
But like they could have kept that momentum going is kind of what I was hoping for.
Yeah, no, it feels like, the 7th season of a TV show where they've run out of ideas, but it's fucking season 3.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bummer. Yeah. Ugh. And I guess last, like, this is an easy layup, but we both would love to see, I think, Pablo and Kelly in an Evil Dead thing, movie or whatever.
Oh, sure, totally.
Of some sort. I love those two. Those two together, and like even separate, they're very good. But the chemistry they had together and those characters are so dope. They're so good.
Totally.
Yeah, it's kind of I don't think I know if they've done anything since. I guess I could quickly look this up. No, Kelly's last. So, sorry, Dana DeLorenzo. Because Kelly's the character, but
yes.
The actress herself has not been in anything recently. She's probably done a voice in the game, I would assume, that came out because she's in that. But she is not showing anything here. And Ray Santiago, Pablo, he did do a voice in the game, I see here. Okay, he's done a few roles here and there. I haven't heard Speed of Life, Tone Deaf. Haven't heard of either of those. Some TV series. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad that he's been working, so that's good. Does she even have an IMDb? It's not like connecting to anything here. She must be doing something. I thought she was quite good, so it would be a real shame. She's on Cameo.
Great.
I don't know. I guess, get her to say something. I don't know. What, though?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see her IMDb. She is credited in the game.
In the game? Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
She
$97 Canadian, though.
She played Barbara
I don't
in
know.
Friendsgiving in 2020.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that she has a few roles as well. I thought they were both the actor and actress, like themselves, I thought they were both very good.
Yes. No, even when the writing was
so-
bad, I still liked them.
They have a natural charisma.
Yeah,
that
totally.
just came across with each other and without. I don't even have anything against Ariel Carver O'Neill, I guess. She's Brandy.
Yeah, I know.
She's been in a lot of shit, apparently. Holy crap. Oh, never mind. Not recently, but she was in a bunch of TV stuff before this.
Gotcha.
Okay. She has not been in anything since this, except a short called Hookers and Blow.
Great.
Okay. Well, I thought she was fine, too. I don't think... I feel kind of bad because she was definitely underwritten. She was thrown into the third season of a thing with a tightly knit cast, so she was never going to have a chance to really shine. And it seems like she was written to be pushed for the audience to like more than like we naturally had time to. I feel like she got kind of like a bad rap. Because like, yeah, I kind of hated her character.
Yeah, no.
Most of the season.
The show did not do her any favors.
Didn't do any favors.
Like it
totally.
It put her in a terrible position to be in. Like, just, poorly written character that's here for the audience to hate for no reason.
Yeah.
Even though they're supposed to like her. Like, too bad. Like antagonistic to the audience is what that character was positioned as. Like, just by being poorly written.
Yeah. It's too bad, man. It sucks. Because she did fine for what she was given. She had some cool little parts, but I don't know. Bummer. Okay. That also concludes, just in general, the Evil Dead stuff, film-wise, that is out currently.
Yeah.
There is an Evil Dead thing coming out this year, so they say, even though there's been like no news about it.
Yeah.
I won't speak for you, but I'm probably going to see it like whenever I can. And I'm sure I'll talk about it because why not at this point if we did all the other Evil Dead things.
Yeah, totally.
But we'll have to see where we're at with a lot of things societally and when it comes out and everything. So
yeah.
But that's exciting. But we're going to keep the Raimi train going, I think.
Hell yeah.
So we're going to start doing some of the B-sides now. And by B-sides, I mean his other stuff, not necessarily the worst stuff that he's done. Because some of it's some of the better stuff. Yeah. I mean, some of it's the stuff that if you're not a horror fan, you've heard of. And these are the B-sides for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I don't have like a list prepared, but I know Darkman's on there. Drag Me to Hell is the one I'm excited to get to. That's kind of the one that I really wanted to revisit. That started thinking about, well, why don't we revisit all of his stuff? Because I wanted to talk about Drag Me to Hell.
Hell yeah.
So that'll be fun. I think we might talk a little Multiverse of Madness or something at some point.
Sure. I've watched
That's a big thing that clearly felt his influence, I feel, which is like what makes that exciting for me. As a movie, because everything else does not that it does. Yeah, there's a few things, so we'll continue talking about that. Do you have any final thoughts about Evil Dead things in general or whatnot?
I don't know. I just thought I would be more excited for Ash versus the Kaiju, and it was, it wasn't terrible. I thought it'd be more exciting.
Yeah, it is him driving in a tank and like flipping off Kandar more than it is him fighting it.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't want to watch anything with a misunderstanding anymore. No more misunderstandings, please.
Yeah. Yeah, especially 3 seasons in. Come the fuck on. Oh my god. Okay, well, that'll do it. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.